birthday celebration does not end after your birthday is finished, so come along with me for birthday weekend day 2. I woke up to an incredible breakfast made by my uncle. Then I decided to get ready, so I got dressed, and I want to do a slick back braid because that would stay out of my face for the long travel day ahead. Then I honestly struggled to do the braid for the next 20 minutes, so I was crashing out behind the scenes. So yeah, but then the braid was finally completely done, and I felt so cute. I love a good slick back braid. Then I decided to finally get ready, so I did that, and this is the completed look, and this is my first outfit of being 15. It felt not that different, to be completely honest. Then we were all packed up. We left my uncle's house, and we were on the road again. I was drinking this day old Celsius, and by the looks of my face, you could tell it was not good. Then we went to this really pretty part of LA. I don't really know what it's called, but I saw La La Land, and I thought that was so cute, and it was so pretty. Like, I don't know what this place is called, but I thought it was just so aesthetic, and I obviously went there for one thing, brandy. Are we surprised? We actually got valet, which is something I've never experienced, so that was super cool. And we already know the process. I walk into brandy, I find some things I like, and I purchased it. This is a birthday present for my grandma for my birthday, so I was really, really thankful, and I was so happy, and I was so lucky to be able to get these things. I'm really so grateful. As you can tell by my face, I was so happy. Then we kind of explored, and it was so pretty. I saw La La Land, like I said. The pathways were so pretty. There were so many designer stores, and it was just such a nice place. And there was actually an Addicted there. I also had to include this clip because I told my mom, can you get an aesthetic video of me walking? And this is what she gave me. Like, what is that? I genuinely am laughing. Like, what is that? What is that? Then we finished our little shopping day, and we got back in the car, and I started reading. I had my headphones in. It was incredible. I love reading on a road trip, and by this point, I was starting to feel a little bit delusional. I was laughing at everything, but then finally it was home stretch to my house. I was so happy. Then I got home, and oh my goodness, guys, I just got home from a 6-hour travel day. I am so grateful to be home in my bed. So I'm gonna hop in the shower. Thank you for all the happy birthday wishes. Bye.